Well, I'd like you to take a look at my grandfather's aircraft boxing.
Aircraft pocket.
Yeah.
It's a navigational aid, is what it is, son. I remember back when the Navy thought it was the greatest thing since homemade lasso.
I decided to come to the pawn shop today to try to sell my grandfather's aircraft pocket. It pretty much just sits on a shelf now in a box. Hopefully I can learn what it is worth here at the pawn shop.
So, do you know anything about it?
My grandfather, he started working for Pan Am in '37, and this is a device that a navigator would use on a plane to chart their position. I believe it dates back to 1942. It does have a U.S. Army Air Corps tag on it.
Back in the day, there was no GPS. If you were flying an airplane, you wanted to know where you was at, you had to use an octagon. They were difficult to use, and I have no clue how to use one.
Does it still work? I have no idea.
I mean, I imagine what you do is there's some sort of lever in here somewhere where you get the horizon, then either the sun or a Pacific star. Rick, pardon the expression, you're talking out your ass. Sometimes that idiot son of mine don't know his ass from his elbow. This is something that's completely out of our realm.
Not completely out of my realm.
It's completely out of your realm.
All right, I have a buddy. He runs an aviation museum. He's like the smartest dude I know. If anybody in the world knows about this thing, it's him. Because it's really an obscure piece. I mean, it's extremely obscure.
And Mark will probably come in and tell us that, oh, that's a common piece.
Okay, so let me get him down here. If you can hang out a little bit, I'll see if he can come down now. Okay, great. Thanks. I'm looking forward to having the expert come in and look at this item. I'd kind of like to learn a little bit about it, how it works, and what its value is.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you doing?
I've seen one of these for a while.
Oh yeah, Nintendo Virtual Boy, this thing was a critical failure, one of the few Nintendo systems that did not succeed.
I know they're really, really bad for your eyes, so you can only play them 20 minutes at a time.
Yeah, so a lot of the games they put out for this, if they're all just quick, casual playing games, because who wants to spend hours on it staring at this thing?
I would.
I decided to come to the pawn shop today to sell my Nintendo Virtual Boy. I got this thing for Christmas of '95, and it's kind of an oddity. It's not something you see every day. It's at the point where I need to lose the girl or lose the system. The guy who invented this has been with Nintendo for 30 years, and he actually became the mentor to Shigeru Miyamoto, who's the guy that created Mario, probably the most iconic character out there. They more or less blamed him for the failure of this thing.
I can listen to you talk all day.
Well, there's plenty more where that came from.
When Nintendo introduced the Virtual Boy in 1995, it was supposed to be the first true 3D video game. But the graphics just weren't that cool, and it hurts your eyes. I mean, the thing totally bombed. So do you mind if we hook it up and my friend Charlie here test it out?
Absolutely. This has to plug into the controller. Really sweet. It's a stand here. This thing's got to fit in here just right.
Don't break it.
I've got power move. And yeah, get something.
You want to look in there and see if it works? Chum, I just want you to test it, bro, that's all. So what do you want to do with it? You want to pawn it or sell it?
I'd like to sell it.
What are you looking to get for it?
I would like to get 200.
Yeah, we're a little far apart there. You only got one game, and they found 500 of these brand new sealed in a shipping container not that long ago, and it kind of polluted the market a little bit. So $200 is just way too much for me. If you want to go about 80, I can do that.
Should maybe meet me in the middle. It's 110.
No, 80 is going to be what I can do.
All right, $80.
All right, deal. Man, tell me I'll write you up. Go over here and do the paper. All right. Earlier, I got a call from a woman selling an antique carriage. So Tim and I are on our way to go check it out.
Hey guys, this is why I called you.
So where in the world did you get that?
Actually, I bought it off the internet.
Okay. That's two worlds colliding.
I called the guy guys from the pawn shop because I wanted to sell my doctor's buggy that was built in the 1880s. My daughter's getting married, and I thought maybe I could get enough money to help pay for her wedding.
Do you know anything about it?
It's an 1880s carriage. It's a doctor's buggy. It doesn't have the top on it.
Why is it a doctor's buggy?
It's a lot faster than like a big wagon or something like that.
Back in the 19th century, when doctors still made house calls, this is what they would make them in. It was lighter and faster than your typical horse-drawn carriage, and that way the doctor could get there before the baby did.
Do you know if all the parts are here?
All the hubs are original, which are very hard to find, and it's the original seat, and this is the original dashboard, which is leather.
This thing's in pretty good shape. It needs some paint in a few places and a little metal work, but all the pieces are there, and that's what collectors love.
Okay, did you want to pawn it or sell it?
Well, I want to sell it.
Okay, and how much did you want for it?
I'd like to get $800 for it.
You know, it's pretty and everything, but the problem is with it, they're really not worth restoring. They're really not, so I have to sell it like it is, and at this point it's just a decorative thing.
Well, you could sell it for parts. I mean, the wheels are worth $200 a piece.
I'll tell you what, I'll give you $500 for it.
They're a tough sell.
Gee, I got way more into it than that. Maybe I should just hold on to it and find somebody that wants to buy it for yard art.
Why don't we just meet in the middle, and I'll give you $650.
No, you know what? I'm going to hold on to it.
What are you thinking?
I'm just thinking what I can do with it if I can make any money off it if I sell it. I mean, it's just,
This buggy is in rough condition, but people usually buy these as display pieces in front of their business. They generally want it to look old and rustic just like this. I should be able to get between $1,000 and $1,500 for this thing like it sits. I'll go $700 on it.
Okay.
all right, you got a deal.
Thank you.
You got a horse you can borrow to get this thing back to the shop?
No, I think you'll have to pull it.
Yeah, I can put a harness right on you, man.
Alice did let it go because I really kind of like it. When he offered $700, I thought, wow, that's pretty close to what I wanted, so I took it.
Where'd you get the thing?
It was in a house that I bought. I buried an old cedar chest. Stradivarius.
A Stradivarius? Oh, if it's a real Stradivarius, I'll give you $1 million on that.
Deal. Yeah, we gotta try this. Look into here.
I don't like tuners to start with.
Hey, this is down to me.
Yeah.
Hi, could I have some milk?
Yeah. Just a second.
Just for men. In 5 easy minutes, targets only the gray. Anything else?
Pancakes?
Just for men. Live forward.
You should never have to settle for less than your favorite. And thanks to Pizza Hut's great prices, you don't have to. That's right, you can get a medium pizza for just $8 or a large pizza for just $10 with up to 3 toppings every day. All your favorites only at your Pizza Hut.
New Temptation by Jell-O. 4 seconds later. Celery. It's me o'clock. Time for Jell-O. So what are you going to get me for Valentine's Day?
What would you like to know?
Something sparkly?
Maybe.
Something sweet?
Let's just say it's a surprise. The Ellsberg Diamond Jewelry Box. Diamond heart pendant and diamond chocolate.
I know I'm love.
Excuse me. Jay. You guys know you can trust people. State Farm is counting on it. They want you to talk to your neighbors. They call it State Farm.